89.3 2GLF.
You are now listening to Three Quirks and a Twerk at 89.3 FM.
This is my station.
Action.
It's just insane and I love it.
Entertainment.
Hey guys, it's Selena Gomez.
Hey, this is Ed Sheeran.
Hey guys, it's Taylor Swift.
Entrepreneurs.
You need to learn this business, and this is the time to do it.
And empowerment.
Become an insider. So you have to know the rules before you get in the game.
It's Friday.
I can't believe that it's Freaky Friday.
YB Moody, shake that booty and tune in to the voice of the continent.
89.3 FM. You are tuning in with the Three Quirks and a Turk. I am Davo, Valentino, and Lada is in the studio with us.
Gutiérrez.
Yes.
So welcome.
How are you?
Welcome.
Emotional fitness coach, founder of the Love Approach Project.
And Breathwork facilitator.
Wow. I feel like I'm so fit already just sitting in the studio with you, Lada. Hey, how are you? And welcome to the Three Quirks.
Welcome.
Thank you. I am so excited to be here.
Yes.
Yes, because I did journalism at uni, and so being back at the at a studio feels like going home.
Welcome.
Wow.
So this is home to you then, right?
Well, I actually specialized in video, but we had radio, as a part of the training, so it was.
And has it changed a lot? Do you feel that the radio, the media, journalism has changed?
100%.
I actually don't like what I see now in terms of journalism. Back then, when you were going to uni, it was called investigative journalism.
100%.
You go out on the field,
Yes.
you go knocking on doors, ask people questions. But these days, they give you a piece of paper, you're in the studio,
And you're scripted.
Yes.
Structured.
Correct. And how is that journalism? I feel it's not the same.
I share the same feeling.
Thank you, darling.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank
But
you.
there's no scripts happening here.
There's no
though.
script
Yeah,
here.
I
Trust me.
actually
There's no script
actually
here.
don't know what we're going to talk about.
Oh.
Oh, we're going to talk about lots
Wow,
of things.
we're gonna
about
talk
you.
about-
We're gonna rip you apart.
Yes.
No, we're gonna analyze.
Okay, bye.
Yes.
We're going to go and talk about breathwork, which is a very interesting topic because a lot of people now these days are going to breathwork. It's a new thing.
Yeah.
So tell us more about, realizing that breath is your superpower.
My superpower or people's superpower?
Well, yours actually, because not everybody has actually tapped into their breathwork.
Well, I don't know where to start with that because I'll tell you what I started with my journey, which was suffering from severe anxiety and panic. And one of the things that I realized many years after those episodes was that the breath could have changed how I was feeling in that moment. But nobody told me about that in that moment. And I went to doctors, I went to hospital 3 times in an ambulance, like all this, it was full on. Nobody ever talked about the breath.
Do you feel that 99.55% of the population is not breathing properly?
Yes.
Is that the reason why I'm turning purple right now?
Probably.
It's interesting. So okay. So if we are breathing not the right way, so what is the right way to breathe?
Well, we want to be using the respiratory system well, right? So we want to be using the diaphragm. Let's start with that. The nose. I don't know if you've seen or paid attention to the way you're breathing, but many people, or other people, many people breathe with their mouth open and breathe through their mouths. But the mouth, it's not made for breathing.
I see. That's
It's made for
eating and
speaking, and kissing. Exactly. Yes, mainly that.
Oh my God. Baby's so excited.
Oh, get your mind out again. We're thinking the same.
I'm Colombian, okay?
I like. We get on well then. All right, we get on well. That's interesting. So basically, we're breathing through a mouth, and all this time, that's incorrect because a lot of us, and I myself, breathe through the mouth.
Yeah.
But how will you stop? How can you retrain yourself?
Well, it's like taking yourself to the gym, basically, but for breathing. And so one of the first things that I always share with my clients is, I always first look at them, how they're breathing naturally. Yeah. And many of them are breathing vertically. So basically shoulders up, tensing the neck, tensing all the accessory muscles, it's like...
You're just describing me to a T. So I should relax more.
lowering the shoulders, breathing through the nose, and using, most importantly, the diaphragm. So one of the easiest ways to start activating the diaphragm.
Can you stand up for a second? I want to see this. I'm interested.
But can you hear me if I stand up?
Yeah. Can we film this? I mean, our listeners will love this because like 99.5% of us is breathing wrong. So this is something we want to correct, and that's the reason why we got you in the studio.
Yay.
So please, Master, teach the grasshoppers how it's done.
Well, I would start with a very simple exercise, which is to place your hands on your rib cage, like on each side of your ribs.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when you breathe in, you're going to breathe in through the nose, but you're not going to take a lot of air in. You're just going to breathe gently. And intentionally, you're going to push your ribs towards the outside, let's say, right? Like, and feel that in your hands. So your hands create a little bit of resistance. Yeah. When you breathe in, you push them out.
Okay.
Can you notice that?
Yes,
so not
my
towards,
ribs is moving.
Yeah, so not towards the front, but towards the side. So you want to expand. So basically what's happening is that when you breathe in, your diaphragm, which is like a circular muscle, contracts, it flattens, and it creates a space for your lungs, to receive all that air. And then when you breathe out, you are basically bringing your rib cage back to the spine, and your diaphragm is relaxing. It's going underneath your rib cage again.
Wow.
So like a mushroom, it sits like this, relaxed. So what we want is the diaphragm to be constantly doing contraction, relaxation, contraction, relaxation. But if you are not breathing well, if you're breathing with your shoulders and your neck, you're not really using your diaphragm.
I'm so relaxed, Davey.
Maybe that's the reason
Already.
why. I didn't know that because that's interesting. So
you've been breathing wrong all this time, Davey?
all this time I'm breathing wrong. Maybe like okay, so now I stop because sometimes I breathe even through my mouth at night. So maybe hence the reason why I'm snoring a lot because I am breathing through my mouth and not through my bloody nose.
Yes, and so the saying of like, if you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah.
You know, so if you haven't used your nose for breathing for a while, you might even feel like you're congested or that you cannot breathe properly. So it's a process of retraining. So another thing that you can do is to tape your mouth at night.
Tape my mouth?
Yes.
What if I die?
Well,
You're breathing through your nose, Davey.
Yeah, but I can't breathe through my nose. Yeah, if I tape through it, I'm going to die. I can't
well,
breathe.
you can start with, let's say, like 15 minutes before you go to bed.
Okay.
You tape your mouth and you just practice breathing through your nose only. And then you lengthen that time until you can sleep throughout the night with the tape.
If that's the case, I might have to ring up for a gorgeous nurse to be next to my side, just in case. If I don't breathe, they can give me CPR, just in case.
Yeah, that's an option. I mean, you can use your bad breathing as an excuse for that.
Yeah, perfect. I love this one. Lotta, I love you. That's an awesome idea. That gives me an incentive to hire a gorgeous chicky babe nurse to be by my side.
Davey, all right. So people now realise, just from your technique and advice, so that let them sink into that. So let's breathe for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and what changes do you see in yourself? Because I just said I felt calm.
Yes. So, well, when you start breathing well or functionally, let's say, and you're using your diaphragm and you're using your nose, then you are also improving the balance of the, or I don't know if I should call it balance, the harmony actually between oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitric oxide in the blood. So that causes an array of different chemical reactions in your body. But one of them is that you are going to have a good harmony between oxygen and carbon dioxide, meaning you're going to be better oxygenated, you're going to be able to focus better, you're going to feel calmer, you're going to have, if you suffer from anxiety, less episodes of anxiety or panic. You're also going to be activating or stimulating your vagus nerve, which is, you know, kind of like the ruler of the parasympathetic part of your autonomic nervous system. So there are many positive outcomes.
So do you feel that half of our problem can be resolved by learning the breathing technique?
More than a breathing technique is learning to breathe.
Correct.
You know,
that's
it's learning to use what was given to you.
No, that's so true. So tell me, Laura, is that the holistic tools to guiding others to, I guess, transferring stress, uncertainty into clarity, would that then result in the fact that you need to master your breathing as well?
Well, yes. So from my perspective,
yeah,
emotional fitness, and I'm going to start with that because that's kind of like the overarching topic of what I do. So emotional fitness is our ability, or is measured by our ability to navigate uncertainty. This is something that I learned from one of my mentors, Joe Pane. And so when we have tools to be able to navigate uncertainty, it doesn't matter what we go through, because we can navigate it.
Okay.
We can go up and down, but we can move through that and learn from everything that happens in our lives, right? The breath is one of those tools that is going to allow you to navigate stress, challenge, change. So for example, a simple thing, let's say you have a meeting, you're a bit apprehensive or anxious or nervous about it. If you consciously start breathing and changing the pattern of your breath, you will impact the quality of your thoughts. The quality of your thoughts will impact how you feel. And how you feel will impact your actions.
So if you're in the middle of an argument, a dispute...
We always have argument, dispute, Valentino and Davo.
Oh, do we now? Do we now?
We
you want to take me on now?
Do you want to take me on? Let's go outside.
But the thing is, when you're say your boss, your high manager, your line manager tells you that you're not performing, your body just automatically goes into
defense mode.
Of course. But that's natural.
Defense mode.
Yeah.
So how do you you have to be so consciously aware to go back to your breath and manage the mind.
Well, that's the thing. Like the work of awareness or working with your breath will make you very aware.
Yeah. Okay.
Because you are not just breathing to survive. You are breathing intentionally and consciously. And the more you practice, the more second nature that becomes.
Okay.
So I've noticed personally in my own experience, because I was highly anxious, as I shared before, and it's that now I am aware of something triggering me, and in that moment I start slowing down my breath.
So stepping back. So that's a good idea. So next time we get guests into the studio who are very nervous, they're going to faint before they come into the studio. You should reach out and teach them how to breathe.
Okay.
1, 2. It makes sense.
Of course.
Because a lot of our guest freaks are getting so nervous, right?
Yeah.
And then it takes us half an hour to kind of get them into the swing of things.
Oh my goodness.
So now, from now on, can you put it in?
But the thing is, our job is to make our guests comfortable, and they do become very comfortable.
They are.
But yes, before they just have
Correct.
their first word, help them breathe.
Okay, so can you send us maybe a few words? So we're going to include that into our introduction to all our guests. When they come in here, we teach them how to breathe.
Of course,
Yes, we can do that?
For sure,
Okay,
yes,
I love that.
I can even record a little 1-minute exercise or something for them to practice.
All right, it's Friday, grandmothers. What are you going to do on a Friday? You're going to shake your booty.
I'm going to put my dental teeth in a glass jar just for you, Davey. Anyway, we have Laura
in the studio. Laura, talk about the holistic approach. So we're touching base on the holistic approach for mental clarity, for your well-being, for your I guess for your many benefits as well. But how are we going to empower the next generation that you need to breathe to survive?
Well, I would actually start with saying that you don't want to be breathing for surviving. You want to be breathing for living.
Okay, clarify that. Thank you, Laura. Thank you.
Well, just because survival has become the normal, the new normal, right?
Yes.
We are always on a rush. We are fight or
burnt
flight,
out,
burnt
tired.
out, frozen because we're so overwhelmed.
True.
Right?
Yes.
And the way we have been breathing has been shallow, has been fast, completely dysfunctional, but it has helped us survive.
Okay.
Because if we don't breathe, we die.
We die. That's
But
right.
we don't want to be in survival mode.
Yes.
Exactly. And so this is what I'm saying. The idea is to learn to breathe, to have a rich life, a full life.
We want to blossom with full of energy, you know. So that's why that's why you're here in the studio to share with us and our listeners how we can blossom and I guess empower our life.
Yeah. Well,
you know, and lift up on a higher scale.
Yeah.
Because obviously 95% of us are not breathing right. So tip 1 is that we need to breathe with our nose, not with the mouth, right? Is that correct? Yeah.
Yes.
And then tip 2.
Well, use your diaphragm. So learn to use your diaphragm.
Yes.
Now, there's an amazing book called Breath by James Nestor.
Okay.
Super easy to read or to listen to. It's so informative. It's like a little Bible of breathwork and breathing.
Yes.
Highly recommend that people go to that book.
What's it called? A book?
Breath by James Nestor.
Breath by James Nestor.
So it's written by an investigative journalist, and he tells a story. He uses himself as an experiment, and it's fascinating. Everything he shares there it's wonderful, and it's easy to get for everyone. So what I would say is that the breath is at the intersection of mind, body, emotions, and spirit. The breath will impact each one of those areas or dimensions of the human experience.
So where does the fitness coach come into play?
Emotional fitness coach.
Yes, emotional fitness coach.
Yeah.
So where does that come into play? Is this a corporate event that you organise? You help corporate business people and all that?
Yes, that too. Sorry, emotional fitness. It's a coaching modality.
Yes.
So this one, the one that I trained in by the mentor that I mentioned before, Joe Pane. And when I did the training, I had a big aha, let's say, because I realized, you can learn many things. You can learn many tools. You can read many self-help books. You can do all the breath work that you want and everything. But if you are not aware of how you're navigating challenge, uncertainty, and familiarity, if you are not choosing to expand your comfort zone consciously,
yes,
then you're not growing.
Okay.
So emotional fitness, once again, it's the ability to navigate uncertainty.
Yes. Yes.
And those who manage to do that in a way that is resourceful, in a way that is, helpful for you and for others, will always be ahead.
Okay.
Because life has ups and downs. It's inevitable.
It's like a roller coaster, really,
Exactly.
isn't it?
And so our job really is to learn to navigate that. Our job is to move from a place of fear to love, from the brain or the head into the heart, from ambition to meaning. And that journey is the one that we all humans are traversing or moving through every single day.
The biggest anxiety places are like a lot of big corporate jobs, right? The higher you go up, we forget to breathe, and there's stress, and there's all these tasks and endless jobs that needs to be done. You have to manage people as well. So how do you fit in the corporate world? I mean, you're a breathwork facilitator. How do you help their employees?
Well, once again, so it's about first learning how to breathe.
So you're teaching that in
yes,
corporate. Yeah.
Exactly. So first we have a look at how are they breathing, and what are the basic, what is the basic toolkit they can have around the breath. Because once again, if you just, for example, elongate your exhalations, just doing that is going to change how you feel.
It sounds so simple though, right? Like you're talking about breath, but we don't understand the complication on actually mastering the breathing technique, right? We all take that for granted, but you're right. There's a technique to breathing. And that enables you to, I guess, in many ways, look at things differently. You can probably sleep better. You're probably in better mood as well. And mentally you have more clarity and all about breathing. And who would have thought that breathing, there's such a technique to breathing as well.
Yeah.
Now, with the corporate side, tell me a bit about the corporate side. I think this is interesting because a lot of corporate business that we associate with never have they talk about breathing techniques.
Yeah.
So how are you marketing yourself? Are you getting out there, let the business people know, like, hello, guys, you need to engage my bloody service, mate, because you ain't breathing right?
Well, it's two aspects, right? So one is burnout prevention, and the other one, obviously, mental health and stress reduction or stress management, effective stress management, really. Okay. So those are the things that I target.
Yeah, so if corporate companies care about their people, because it costs more to get new people, to train people, and it takes time, right? So if companies care about their people, they need to have a preventative, like workshops to help people to manage their emotions and manage themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Because sick leave, compensation, all adds up. Whereas if they preventative is better than the cure. So if HR, if you're listening out there, BHP, Telstra, Commonwealth Bank, Hey TV, if you're listening, this is what you need to do. Is that you need to engage in services like yourself to be able to train your staff to give them that clarity, the breathing technique and exercise and that. By doing that, then you're definitely preventing the staff from getting sick. And therefore, they'll cut back on the costs when they do get sick, because to hire a new staff will cost you a lot of money. And by the time they go through the compensation and all the lawyers and the specialists, it will actually cost them more money than the way to invest in your
Yeah.
association and your services.
And I would add to that as well that, like we are working with people, corporations or big companies or medium-sized companies, everyone
Yes.
is working with people. And we forget that, these are human beings that breathe, that eat, that sleep,
Yes.
and they are doing a job for a cause, whatever the business
Yes.
is, right? So investing in your people is investing in your business. It's investing in your...
But then, Laura, a lot of companies would say, why would I invest in humans? They check a sickie, they're sick. Why can't I just use a blood robot? Now, this is a conversation that a lot of people are talking about.
Yeah.
Do you feel that we still need the human connection? We still need staff in a corporate environment?
Well, I cannot speak for every business,
Yeah.
right? Because every business is different. But we are wired for connection.
Yes.
Human beings.
Correct.
And so,
Correct.
how are you going to run a business
Can you imagine
on
like
its own?
yeah, can you imagine radio, right, in our studio, just three robots talking to each other? That's not entertaining, is it?
What?
Maybe not.
Well, I am a robot.
Oh, yeah. And I'm really,
Didn't you
I
know
forgot.
all these years I am Davey.20?
But you're right, because we're born to actually
Correct.
connect, right?
Correct.
There has to be
Yeah.
a human
Correct.
side, and like there's an empathetic depth of that.
And that's
area.
something that robots cannot take away from us
Exactly.
humans, is that we have the emotional connection. We have that every time we get together, we sing, we hold hands, we hug. That's that human connection that makes us special, unique.
Yeah.
When you're talking about replacing robots, Amazon, for argument's sake, we've got 200,000 robots in their warehouse. I disagree. I keep saying to them, you cannot replace humans with robots. At the end of the day, robots will always stuff up here and there. So my view and my opinion is that we always still need human connection, human intervention as well.
Yeah. Well, I guess obviously the era in which we are right now is also making us think as humans how to reinvent ourselves, and also what are the kind of jobs that humans are meant to do now.
True.
Because, if a robot can pack a box better than a human, and I have a business that does that, I'm going to hire a robot.
Correct.
Or I'm going to buy a robot.
Correct.
Right? But that means that, okay, so maybe we are not meant to be doing those jobs. We are maybe meant to be doing something higher, let's say. We are maybe meant to be creating community, connection, establishing again those places of nurturing and safety.
But
And,
how are you going to pay for that?
Well, this is what we are going through
know what I
right
mean?
now. We don't have the answers for that right now because we are going through the process of transition.
Because everyone's saying, but Davey, you think about AI, right? There's creating jobs. Yeah, it's creating jobs for designers, engineers. But what happened to, give you an example. And when you go for an X-ray, right? A doctor would have to sit there, take your blood, and do your X-ray and that. A robot can give you the result with an X-ray within 10 minutes. And it will give you a 99.5% accuracy rate, whereas a doctor that could actually get something wrong. So therefore, you can see where the industry is going. That robot. Thank you so much for joining the studio with the three quirks. So how are you feeling?
Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, I feel like at home.
You feel at home?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good because you got 10 minutes and we're going to kick you out of home.
And I'm going home.
Oh my goodness. So what's coming? What's up? What's next
Yes.
for you?
Oh my goodness. Well, I actually run a monthly breathwork and sound therapy event in Mosman at the clinic where I practice from.
Yes.
And so that's on the last Wednesday of the month or the fourth Wednesday of the month. So the next one is on the 22nd of October.
Okay.
And then I have November is full of events as well. We have one with the Festival of Mosman.
Wow.
And another one at Ruby Lane in Manly, which is a beautiful Whole Foods cafe. So we're going to have breathwork, sound
Nice.
therapy,
And eating.
and dinner.
I like. So you get to learn to breathe and
Yeah.
then you get to eat.
Yes.
You have champagne.
No champagne.
No.
I'm thinking on my way that week. I'm thinking on my way
You
that
have good
week.
food, clean food,
But
organic
it's
food.
all about being conscious
Exactly.
and self-aware.
Yes. And then I'm going to have
Lovely.
a couple of events in in the Sunshine Coast
Nice.
as well. So
You call that work?
yes,
Okay.
I love it.
You love it.
and I love it.
They say when you
It's not work if
That's
you love
correct.
what you're doing.
That's so true. When you love what you do, it's not really work, right? So
Yeah.
what's your social handles?
At the Love Approach Project.
At
The Love
Love Approach Project.
Yes.
Why did you choose that name?
Yeah, well, interesting. I actually asked for a name for my business.
Who did you
Who
ask?
did you ask?
The universe.
What is in the universe?
They have all the answers.
Oh, okay.
And so I went to bed, and the next day I woke up with the name.
Okay.
And I woke up and I had it in my head, and I was like, I need to write it somewhere.
Wow.
Write
And then
it down.
then I took note of it again, and I was
love
like,
it.
wow, it's
Okay,
perfect.
so let's have
Yeah.
a three quirks game on the studio. We used to like to get to know our guests. I think we know enough about you already, but we just thought we wanted to surprise our listeners a bit more about you. So Valentino is going to ask you a few quirky questions, shall we?
Yeah, let's start with something easy. What's your favourite pizza and what toppings do you have on it?
Oh, okay. I worked in London for an Italian restaurant, and they made everything in house. And they had this pizza called Gigo, who was the owner of the restaurant, and it was just like a plain base with buffalo mozzarella, like sliced, and then rocket and a little bit of fresh tomato on top.
Yum.
Is that
was
it?
it, yeah.
No anchovies, nothing.
No, that was my favorite. And
Ew,
I wish I
anchovies.
could go back there, but that restaurant closed.
Okay,
Okay.
interesting. Next question.
Yep. If your soul had a fragrance, what would it be called? What would it smell like?
Chanel. Isimiyaki.
It would smell like
Dior.
jasmine.
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 Ooh, is it Miyaki?
Have you had Isimiyaki?
Yeah, this
I
is-
love.
What is that?
I wear
Jasmine.
Isimiyaki all the time. It's
you?
a Japanese kind of fragrant.
I don't
Very
wear-
fresh.
I don't wear
spring.
fragrances.
No wonder I can smell it in our studio. No, it's
No, today was shower day. Today was shower day.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
All right, guys.
And next one.
And what book are you currently reading?
Oh, quite a few. I read a few at the same time, but one that I'm reading one page a day
Right.
is How to Be the Love You Seek.
How to Be the Love You Seek.
Yeah, by Dr. Nicole Lepere. I think that's the name.
How to be the love you seek. Please explain.
So basically, she takes you on a journey of learning about your unconscious patterns, behaviors, what you learned when you were growing up, all the conditioning, your attachment style, how your nervous system is responding to that right
Yes.
now, and help you become aware of how
Okay.
you are interacting and responding and reacting in your relationships, because then you can consciously make change. Right? So it's a beautiful book.
Wow.
Yes.
Interesting.
There
Yeah.
you go.
So you're seeking love?
Yeah.
Oh my God, she's just announced it on the radio. for everyone.
Okay, Laura is single and she's ready to mingle, baby. If you like what you see
No, what
and
you
want to
hear.
hear,
Yeah.
then hit us up on the 3 Quirks and Turk and we can arrange a blind date for you.
Oh my God.
Oh, no.
When's Valentine's Day? 'Cause we
Valentine's
always have
Day.
singles on our
Yes,
show.
we're gonna find you a nice date, Laura.
And you're going to have
One
to
day.
invite everyone back on Infab.
Yes.
We used to have a
We
dating
always
show
do.
in February.
Every
Really?
year.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
It
Yes.
has always been a
There you
success.
Correct.
Oh.
So
They all have fun.
we will invite you here in Feb for the love show, baby. The love show.
It's
I'll
the
be
love
here.
boat, right?
Or the love
Okay,
boat.
yeah.
Or the love god.
Single or not, I'll be here.
Single. Player. These Colombians, mate. Nah, I tell you what.
No, she just wants to show up. and
Exactly,
support
I just
us,
wanted to show up.
basically.
I know.
And you know what?
All
We
right.
can teach some singles about breathwork.
I know, that's true.
Yes, and how to
And
you
shake
know,
those
Breathe,
hips.
breathe through the dating.
breathe through the
through the
dating.
dating.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
that could
Write
be a
it down,
program.
write
That
that
could be a
down.
program.
All right, folks, you are tuning in with the 3 Quirks and Turk. We hope that you take something away from our conversation today. Make sure that you drive home safely, look after each other, be kind to everybody, and we'll be back here. Well, we'll be away for the next 3-4 weeks. We were just so busy, but we'll be back on the 31st of October. By then, take care, look after yourself, and see you when we come back.
Love you all.
Sayonara.
Say hi.
Thank
See ya.
you. Bye-bye.
89.3 2 GLF.